Welcome to A Grateful Hearth. This week, it's the beginning. Let's talk about why we started the channel, what we're going to do, plans, all of that and more. Well, A Grateful Hearth. It's the first one. I guess step one is introduce us, who we are, what we do. I guess I'll start. Wayne, I am definitely the digital guy. You know, I've grown up in a digital world. I've had a digital career. It's what I do 8, 10 plus hours a day. It's been a great career. I feel very blessed to have had it. But we've reached a place where the world's just a little crazy, and as you think about kind of what's next for the family and the life that I want my family to learn and to grow up with, they've got to learn some sort of skills. Today you can be completely plugged into the computer, and you never have to think about baking bread. Or what do I do with milk? Or what can I do with milk? Or where does milk come from? Or, you go to the store and you get this package of stuff and you dump it in a pan, and 30 minutes later, hopefully you have some sort of dinner. But the whole process of getting there, our kids just don't know. And with COVID, it's also been a bit of a journey, even though our family is healthy, even though our kids are safe, there are many families that aren't. And the little inconveniences of the grocery store and things are a chance for us to just realize that there's more that we can learn to do ourselves. Lauren?
Hi, my name's Lauren. I am a mom to 3 young kids. And before I was a mom, I was a school teacher. So now I've been using those skills to homeschool them. And we've been plugging along at that for several years. And with COVID happening and all the strange things going on at the grocery store, I decided one day, wouldn't it be nice if I could just raise some of my own food? Have a garden, have some chickens, nothing too big because I'm new at it. But, maybe I could get started that way. And we grew a small garden this summer. We grew a lot of carrots and the dog ate them. So lesson learned there. We need better garden beds. And in doing some research, I realized I cannot own chickens. Where we live, it's not allowed. You are allowed 1 chicken per acre. We obviously have a quarter of an acre, maybe? Not even a quarter of an acre. So we started looking at land. It's not very affordable here, so we're going to keep that dream and work towards it. And in the meantime, I decided to try and figure out some things I could do to produce my own food. I can't raise chickens. I can't get eggs every morning. So what could I do to make our life a little more sustainable, a little more able to withstand some supply shortages if something happens in the world? And I've just been working on building up my skills, researching some of the homesteading life, and hopefully we'll be able to move to some land and do some more with it in the future.
Yeah, we started out kind of calling this thing A Grateful Hearth. A Grateful Hearth. We thought about a lot of different names, and gratitude is something that sometimes feels like a struggle, especially over the last 9 months or so. Lauren, I can't speak for you, but I know for myself, there have been times where you've just been stuck in your house, or normally this time of year I might have traveled for work to this convention or that convention, and maybe that doesn't happen, or they do a virtual event and that's just been a mess. The kids have gone stir crazy, and there have just been these challenges where almost week in and week out, it's just this challenge of keeping that gratitude and bringing it home. The hearth traditionally has been the place where the family gathers. You think back to Laura Ingalls Wilder, right? And everybody gathers at the table with this food that's been prepared on the hearth. And that's where a lot of the stories kind of come back to, of growing up on the farm. And today our hearth is a gas fireplace with some tile kind of stuck around it. But
for
now, one day, our hearth is going to be more of a farming hearth. And whether it's COVID world or we're living on a homestead and we got up at 5 a.m. and it was freezing cold and we went and fed the chickens, we still need to come back to a place of gratefulness. And our tagline that we kind of came up with is learning the homestead life in a digital world. I spend all of my time in the digital world, almost, when it comes to my employment and kind of making sure that we have the resources that are going to help us with some of the homestead stuff. You've been doing a lot of kind of the pre-work to help us get ready for kind of our dream together for homesteading. What is some of that stuff that's getting us ready today?
Well, I've just been trying to build my skill set. Obviously, I'm used to convenient food. I'm used to a convenient way of buying food. I'm not used to having to make anything from scratch. So I've been utilizing other channels on YouTube a lot, watching their tutorials, watching all that goes into their chores. I've been kind of building up my library of books on, how to garden, how to plan your garden, how to bake bread from scratch, how to keep chickens, that kind of stuff. I've just been trying to build and expand my knowledge base so that when we are able to have land, we'll be more prepared for what we're getting into. And some of those things we can use here at our house. Hopefully this spring and summer I'll have a much more efficient garden that doesn't get destroyed by the dog in 5 seconds. And, I've learned some things about when to plant and how to plant and those sorts of things.
At the same time that you've been working on a lot of those things, I'll tell you what, if I watch one more chicken coop video, I'm probably going to have feathers sprouting out of my head.
Totally worth it.
But I can also tell you, 3 or 4 different ways to build garden boxes now that certainly I didn't know a few months ago. Really, I think one of the next stages for us is we've got a little bit more elbow grease to put in on, I hate to call it a business plan, but that's basically what it is. Here's where we are and what we want to do. That's probably the next stage for us. And then, we're doing some property shopping, and maybe we'll talk about that soon.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It can be exciting.
It can be.
It's been an adventure,
for sure. We also have 3 kids, and we really haven't talked about them anymore. Mm-hmm. Our intent is not to feature the kids here for their own safety and their own well-being and their own choices. But at the same time, you're going to see them wander around the frame, or you're going to hear them from time to time. Mm-hmm. Thinking about making a change like this with kids adds another layer of discussion and thinking. What are some of the things that go through your mind when you're thinking about bringing our 3 kids along with us?
Yeah, I definitely don't want them to ever feel forced into it. Obviously, we're the parents. This is the choice we've made for our family. But I don't want them to feel like, mom and dad had this idea and now our whole life changed. I definitely hope that they will be on board. They are very on board right now and excited for it. Obviously, when we do have more chores that need to be done, they're going to have to help do them. They eat the food, they can help bring it in. But I don't ever want them to feel overworked, overtaxed, forced into it. I want them to be excited like we are and see
Yeah.
the benefits and the good things.
Right now we're having discussions that are theoretical to them. They see it as, chickens. Oh yeah, we're going to get 24 puppies.
Yeah.
The reality is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little different for us. It's
Yep.
the start of a journey, and we'll figure it out as we go.
Mm-hmm.